Hello friends, in previous lecture we studied particle rod cases and we discussed rotational dynamics. Okay, in previous 2 or 3 lectures we studied theory regarding that one, but I am taking one more example for that one to make our concept clear. I am also studying with you, I am not different. Another very important thing that you may be living in India or outside the India. If you need any type of more assistance, then you can take help online. Indian students can take offline classes. I give online classes. You might be residing outside the India, but you can take. So you can contact and you can write your requirement, your class, your name and your place in comment box. Then after those information we can contact each other and we can help, because very regular and very resultful classes are running in Delhi, India, so you can take benefit of that one. Very nominal fees is taken, so that's why you should not be bothered with whole fees, but very good quality will be given to you in physics, chemistry and maths with very experienced experts. I generally teach physics. You can take benefit of that one. Okay, I am taking one question, more question on that one. Your videos will be available in Hindi and English both, so you should not be worried about any language, and we will try to translate in other languages also for it. I am taking very famous question that this is uniform rod. This is uniform rod. Of mass A, length capital L, it is put on frictionless surface. Surface is frictionless. Surface is frictionless, and that is lying on horizontal surface. It's also horizontal surface. That's not vertical, it's horizontal. Suppose there is a particle of mass small m that is moving with velocity v0, and it strikes one of the end of this rod. This is end A, and it strikes at A, at this end. It is not hinged, it is just, this rod is just placed on frictionless surface. Mass of this rod is capital M, you know, that is written, length is L. After striking this, finally particle comes to rest. After striking, particle comes to rest, and given that collision is completely elastic, collision is completely elastic. These are conditions. I hope you have understood this question. This is uniform rod of mass M, length L, that is put on frictionless horizontal surface, and this particle of a small m mass and initial velocity v0 just before striking strikes at one of the end of the rod, and this velocity is perpendicular to the length of the rod, that is making 90-degree angle. After striking, this particle comes to rest, and given that collision is completely elastic, not inelastic. Okay, we have to find out different quantities regarding that one. We should find out a value of a small m by capital M. First thing. Second thing, we want the point on this rod at which velocity of the rod is zero. Velocity of that point is zero. Suppose that point is P on this rod, so velocity of point P must be zero. We want to find out this one. Okay, we need some equations regarding that one. First thing, particle is striking with this rod. Particle will strike force on the rod, and rod will apply equal and opposite force on the particle. For particle rod system, external force is zero. First thing, for particle rod system, external force is zero. So linear momentum is conserved. So linear momentum of the system is conserved. In this case, linear momentum will be conserved. And then we can write down the linear momentum of the particle is mv0 should be equal to capital M velocity of center of mass. Velocity of center of mass is VCM, suppose. That is the center of mass of the rod. Particle has been disattached because its velocity is zero. And we can write this first equation for this one. Once again, the external force is zero and there is no external torque on the system. So second case, torque is zero, net torque is zero. So L is conserved. We are taking axis on the center of mass. That's very convenient axis. You know, center of mass frame is very convenient frame. I'm deleting this one. So we can conserve this angular momentum about any axis, but here we are taking axis at the center of mass, and we can write the initial angular momentum mv0 into L by 2. From this axis, this distance is L by 2, because particle is colliding at L by 2 distance, is equal to m VCM. I'm very sorry. Equals to I about axis passing through center of mass omega, and this I will be 1 by 12 capital M is mass of the rod, ml square omega. Omega is angular velocity of this rod about axis passing through center of mass. This is equation due to conservation of angular momentum. Since final angular momentum of the particle is zero because particle has come in rest, that's why we need not to write down angular momentum of final angular momentum of the particle. There is only angular momentum of rod. So these are two equations, and since energy is conserved, because this collision is completely elastic, that's why energy, kinetic energy will be conserved, and we can write down third equation. Page third is 1, yani collision is elastic, so kinetic energy is conserved. I am deleting this one, and I can write the initial kinetic energy is half small m mass of particle V0 square equals to final linear kinetic energy half capital M VCM squared plus half I means moment of inertia about center of mass omega square. By these three equations we can get everything with help of first, second and three. From first, second And third equation, we can get small m by capital M as 1 by 2. Another one, we can get angular velocity and final velocity also. So angular velocity is given as and VCM will be small m V naught by capital. On behalf of the three equations, we can get these values. And if you want to find out the point of zero velocity from this one, we can have, I'm writing here, if this point is at x distance from the center of mass, we can have VCM by x is omega, and the distance of this point is x. VCM and omega both are known to us. So from point A, the distance of AP is L by 2 plus x. And we can get this answer. Okay, thank you.